Of all the investments we might speak of, the one investment that all of us have in equal measure, no matter how rich or how poor we might be in the investment world, is time. That's right, folks. Unless the Lord plans on calling you or I home today, each of us today has one thing in common. We are blessed with 24 hours each and every day. And of all the things we might choose to invest our time in during these 24 hours that are allotted to us each day, the one investment of time often neglected is the daily reading of God's Word found in the Bible. But why? Why would anyone not wish to see what God has to say on life's most difficult matters and commune with Him on how we think He can help? As I think about the lack of investment and time devoted to God's Word, I concluded 3 reasons people do not read more of God's Word. First, we who have been Christians for many years may feel as though we don't need this daily dose of God's Word since we already know it all. In other words, we don't need it. Another reason people might avoid reading the Bible is that they don't understand it, or they feel it is just way too complicated. In other words, as others explain to me, that the Bible, as they try to read it, is complicated, and again, they don't even know where to start. And then finally, the third reason people might neglect to read the Bible is they might just not believe in it, which was me back prior to 1991. I basically avoided God's Word because basically I didn't believe it was God's Word. So what is the real benefit of investing in a daily dose of God's Word? Believe it or not, it is because God desires to spend time with you and spend time with me. Don't believe it? Check out this exchange. In fact, I'm going to actually read from my Bible that was given to me by a dear friend back in 1991. Let's take a look. It's found in Luke 19:4, beginning where a man by the name of Zacchaeus runs ahead and climbs into a sycamore tree in order to see Jesus. Now, it's interesting in verse 5 that Jesus literally calls out Zacchaeus by name. Now, let's stop there a minute. Think about this. Jesus is in an unfamiliar place, unfamiliar town, but he knows this lowly tax collector by name. Key point. Then we go on where he says, Zacchaeus, hurry and come down for today. Now, he doesn't say, I want you to spend time at my house. Jesus says, I must stay at your house. Do you see the significance of that? Jesus wanted to go be with Zacchaeus. And then finally, what is Zacchaeus' response to this invitation to come to his house and spend some time with him? Does he make excuses? Does he say he doesn't believe who this guy is? Does he just... No, he hurries down from the sycamore tree and invites Jesus into his house. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe you're saying, well, Tony, I would like to invite Jesus into my house. I would like to read this Bible, but I'm that one you talked about that basically I don't know where to start, and I think this stuff is way too complicated. Do you have any advice for me? Well, friend, let me give you some advice that was given to me years ago as I was trying to learn to study the Bible, and it's really, really simple. In fact, several years ago, I shared this on the show, and I'm going to share it again. I'm going to put it on a 30-day challenge. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. Even if you've never even cracked open a Bible before, you're going to turn to the book of Ephesians, all right? Turn to the book of Ephesians. You're going to start from day 1. This is for 30 days, and only read for 10 minutes. Starting with Ephesians chapter 1, verse 1. Read slowly for 10 minutes. No matter where you end up landing, no matter which verse, you're going to close the Bible and go about your business, all right? Day 2, you're going to get that Bible back out. Let's say you left off at Ephesians chapter 1, verse 8. You're going to pick it up from there. You're going to read for 10 more minutes. When the 10 minutes is done, shut the Bible, go about your day. Now, what's going to happen is probably midway through this 30-day challenge, you're going to finish the book of Ephesians, and you're going to go, well, now what? Well, no, you go back to Ephesians 1, and you do the same process. And what's going to happen is you're probably going to read the book of Ephesians during this 30-day stretch at least 2 or 3 times. And what's going to happen is you're going to start understanding and seeing more of what God has to say about you and the relationship He desires with you and I as well. So try that, my friend. Invest 10 minutes a day for the next 30 days reading the book of Ephesians, and I assure you, you'll start worrying less and less about the things of the world and become closer to Him. And that's some good news you and I can take to the bank. Amen?
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like, check out these other clips. And be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more videos.